the chairman of that committee, and we put together the FM standards for Nigeria here in the year 2020. That particular task, as Herculean as it was, he made it very seamless, he made it very coordinated, and within record time, we were able to put together our report and made a very good success of the submission. It was effortlessly graced by God, indeed, to pioneer facility management to the point where his own watch has ended. And he has passed on this baton to each and every one of us to complete the work. I pray, and we all pray, that we will, with vigor and with dedication and with the same compassion and passion that Mr. Collins put behind this profession, we will carry on his legacy to see the profession of facility management firmly established in the sand of Nigeria's built industry and as well as across Africa. So on behalf of the facility management professionals in Federal Inland Revenue Service, we say rest on, Mr. Collins, rest on in the bosom of our Lord. You are undoubtedly and immeasurably missed in our midst, but we rejoice in the life of an achiever that you lived here on earth. And with that, we say good night. Good night, my brother. Good night, my friend. Good night, my colleague. Good night, my pastor. Good night, Mr. Collins. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Abimbola. Thank you so much for, Architect Abimbola. Thank you so much for the tribute. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Moving forward, we'd like to call on the chair of Euro FM, Natalie. Natalie, are you still on the call?
Yes, I am.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, clearly.
Yes, my name is Natalie Hofman. I'm the chair of EuroFM. EuroFM is the European network of practitioners, research, universities, and Collins was an ambassador since the start of the program, the ambassador program. And first of all, I would give my deepest condolences on behalf of the EuroFM board and all its members to his family, friends, colleagues, and beloved persons. Collins for us was a passionate person to facility management and the advancement of facility management knowledge in Nigeria and Africa. He connected the dots between Africa, Europe, and global developments. And for us, the moment is there that in 2018, he participated our EuroFM conference in Sofia, Bulgaria, and he was part of the first meetup with the EuroFM ambassadors. He contributes a lot to the world of these facility management conferences. And during one of the meetups, his dream was to establish an FM's association in Nigeria. And that's what he did, and he succeeded. But most of all, Collins was a very nice and very passionate person. So I would like to thank, on behalf of EuroFM, Collins for his legacy. We will never forget him. And we will bring what he started, we will bring that further. So thank you very much.
Okay, Natalie, thank you very much for the tribute. Yeah, it shows Mr. Collins was not just a local influencer in FM, but an international influencer everywhere we go across the globe. Thank you so much. We would like to call on the next tribute that will be given by IFMA Nigeria, and that will be represented by Mr. Donald George, who is a member of the Executive Council of IFMA Nigeria. Mr. Donald.
Good, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues. Please, am I audible now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is ESV Donald George, and I'm the General Secretary of IFMA Nigeria, and also good friend of Collins. So on behalf of IFMA Nigeria, I hereby present this tribute. Tribute to Mr. Collins Osayamwen. In memory of Mr. Collins Osayamwen, a pioneer and leader in facilities management. With heavy hearts, we mourn the loss of a luminary and remarkable individual whose legacy in the field of facility management will forever be cherished. Mr. Collins, a true visionary and trailblazer, left an indelible mark on the landscape of our profession in Nigeria and worldwide. Collins' leadership was exemplified through his roles as the past president of the Association of Facility Management Practitioners of Nigeria, AFMPN, and as the president of the International Facility Management Association, IFMA Abuja chapter. His tireless efforts in advocating for the profession and fostering collaboration among industry professionals have been instrumental in elevating the standards of facilities management in Nigeria and across the African continent. He had a passion for education and training. His wealth of knowledge and experience inspired and motivated students and professionals alike to strive for excellence. Mr. Collins' impact transcends borders, as evidenced by his recognition as an IFMA Fellow, a testament to his global influence and leadership in facility management. May his soul rest in peace. I just want to add, there's a quality that Collins brought, which is rare amongst leaders, particularly in our sphere, and it's something we should not emulate. I think Sheriff mentioned it earlier, selflessness. Selflessness. That is what I personally, as a friend, remember him for. Because he, as we've all testified to, is one of those few individuals who build or who plant a tree knowing they may never ever take shelter underneath it. To build lives without expecting anything in return or without seeking to exploit people. That is my own personal testimony about him as a good friend. So on behalf of IFMA and myself, I want to condolences to his immediate family and to all of us worldwide in the facility management family. It's a huge loss, but may we be comforted. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Mr. Collins, rest on. We move forward. We'd like to invite other organizations that may be present here. In case you are here, please just put on the chat box to know that you've been sent by your organization as a representative. Please kindly put on the chat box the name of your organization that you are representing so that we can just be fast about this event. I would like to call on Dr. M.K. Balogun to give the tribute on behalf of Nigerian Facilities Engineering Management. Dr. M.K. sir.
Along with please go on with the next one.
All right. We'll move forward to the next tribute. So we'll like to call on the representative from NIVES, Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers.
Just run through the list. If any of the representatives say, they will indicate.
Okay, all right. Okay, so the next on the list is tribute from IWFM Nigerian region. Any representative from IWFM Nigerian region, please indicate. Anyone from IWFM Nigerian region? Okay, let's move forward. Anyone from IGFM? Tribute from IGFM.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Boy, please.
Please go ahead, sir.
Hello. I don't know if I'm in.
Yes, you are audible and we can see you, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. My name is Omachi Jonah, President, Institute of Global Facilities Management. I am here to talk about Collins tributes. Talking about Collins is very challenging to me. It's so painful. I don't know where to start from. We were together last time with Dr. Enko Balogun in the Collins House in Abuja here. And it was so painful when we gathered there. It's a highly emotional moment for us. Initially, when I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I had to start making calls to people to confirm if that information was true. Well, we can only talk. There's nothing we can do again about it. My first contact with Mr. Collins was at the National Assembly when we were pushing for the FMB at the National Assembly. I remember vividly a series of meetings we had before the public hearing at Collins' office at Nikon Nursery, where we harmonized the FM Council bill. Collins' input was exceptional. And I can also remember during the public hearing when Mr. Paul Rubami made his presentation. I also presented my own part in support of the FM bill. And then Collins also presented his view about what FM should be all about and what we need to do, like every other part of the world, to support facility management. I also remember when we met with Senator Emmanuel Porker, Senate Committee Chairman of Establishment, who was the chairman committee that the bill was referred to at that particular time. All I see in him is a gentleman who is ready to push. And like some of my colleagues will say, he said it, that he will fight for facility management with the last of his blood. That shows the level of commitment, his commitment towards the facility management development in Nigeria.
So can you read the
Hello?
Please go ahead, sir.
So we'll continue. We're going to miss him, especially now that we are at the National Assembly again, with the joint effort that is ongoing towards the facility management bill, the NIFM bill at the National Assembly. We're going to miss him. We're looking towards public hearing and all of that, second reading, after the second reading of the bill. We will need his input during that public hearing again. So here we are, and Mr. Collins is no longer with us in this. But the lessons we have acquired from him, we've learned from him over the years in terms of his commitment, in terms of his knowledge and contribution, I think it will go a long way in helping us to build from where he stopped. Let's assume that during restoration, Collins is with us. What story are we going to tell him as regard to what he is leaving behind? He has left behind. That means we need to be united. We need to work together to ensure that the bill presently ongoing at the National Assembly receive the necessary attention that it needs to receive for us to be able to push for this global idea. So to me, we can only talk and talk and talk, but we can't revise the hand of the clock presently. So I beg and I request that we work together as facility management practitioners. We speak in one voice. We work and also to support the family he left behind. I think there should be a proper arrangement towards that. But as I said, there's nothing we can say now or do that will bring Collins back. But all we can do, all owe him, is to facility management and also to the family he leaves behind. And I sincerely appreciate the effort that is ongoing, like this particular one, where we are gathered now presently discussing about him. And I must appreciate MKO Balogun, who has been up and down. And then Mr. Paul, President of the Association of Facility Management Practitioners, who are putting efforts like this, and the IFMA Nigeria, who are putting efforts to ensure that this is in full. And apart from that, please, I want to beg again, the family, we can do much to assist the family. I think if there's anything that colleagues will appreciate most is the family, as he's no longer with us. But as I said, we appreciate all that colleagues have done for us, and we can't appreciate it enough. And the pain in our hearts cannot be removed just by the mere talk, but we can back it up with action. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your tribute. We believe that Mr. Collins is resting and is happy seeing that we've taken the baton from where he stopped for us to get to the promised land. All right, moving forward, we'd like to call on the representative from Knives in the person of Pastor Stephen Jagun. Over to you, sir. Pastor Jagun, sir.
I'm trying to unmute. Okay. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's a tough one for me. Good day, everyone, from wherever in the part of the world you have joined this. We want to say a big thank you. For Collins and I, it's been a very long journey. What people don't know, my name is Osayamwen Stephen Jagun. That Collins and I had the same primary profession of estate surveying and valuation. So when I met him, that was one of the things that really bond us together, that, we are passionate about the same thing, which is facility management. I'm a past chairman of the faculty in Knives, And during that time, we reached out to Collins. Look, Collins is focused. He just said, see, FM is it for me. That's what I'm driving. Once in a while, we reach out to him, wherever we can work together, we do with the faculty. Most importantly is the fact that Collins is a colleague that I'm happy to meet. When I was the secretary of IFMA Nigeria, then the Secretary General, and wanted to open up in Abuja, I mean, he was one of the people that we anchored the Abuja chapter on, and started it like a small place, and then we keep going forward to Abuja to see them. Yes, one of the initial members then, which is engineer Opalua, engineer Opalua, was the driver. I mean, he became the president. Collins was virtually running like the vice president and the secretary together, although we have somebody on the secretaryship, but he was the driving force then in Abuja that we were using to run the Abuja. He eventually became the president, and because of his passion, I mean, virtually if you go to Abuja today, the chapter there is all about Collins because of the passion and the way he runs. Collins is a colleague that we will miss. Like I said, you will see me still talk on some other aspect. Even his wife is an SS surveyor and valuer. So it's like we are friends on so many sides that people don't know. I'm privileged to have met with him, and like so many people have commented, Colin is somebody that you give an assignment and then he will just smile and then, okay, Pastor, let's see what we'll do about it. And you give him a deadline, you can be very sure that he'll work all through the night and deliver to you. Collins is a colleague that you can rely on to help you push for anything. And he's also a very frank person. If he's not happy about something, Collins will say it there that no, this is it. He makes his mind as plain as possible. We wish you the very best, and the family definitely go with facility management faculty of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Once again, Collins, thank God that our path crossed and that we were both noble colleagues. Thank you for this privilege to speak.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for representing NAIF. We move forward. We'll call on the representatives of IWFM Nigerian region. I can see Mrs. Wando Chukura on the call, the MD of Total Facilities Management Limited.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My chair was meant to be here, and I guess I'll talk until he joins in. If he joins in before I finish, then it's all good.
Well, I'm here.
Oh, you were here. Okay, great.
No, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Chair, please go ahead for IWFM.
Okay, thank you. No problem. To be honest, words fail me when I think about Collins and the fact that he's no more with us. It's still very surreal for me. When I look back at the short time that I met him and got to know him very well. Of course, I met him, I think, in 2020. And ever since, I had a very close relationship with him. Shared a lot of thoughts and challenges and situations on FM. And I still struggle to come to terms with the fact that he's not with us because we clearly have lost someone deeply passionate and deeply knowledgeable about not just the technical side of FM, but the values and the the all that comes with doing the right thing. And for me, the legacy of um, Collins remain. I'm just struggling, to be honest, struggling to put my words together. Um, Collins did a great deal of work in the FM space, and he did it without any self-gratification in view. He was desperately keen to see the industry develop, and he was very, very quick to acknowledge errors and mistakes. And in so doing, he also wanted to see that corrections were genuinely made. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And so for me, all I can say is that I hope that all the values that um, Collins stood for will somehow play out in this industry. Of course, I'm speaking today, and I joined this meeting solely because of Collins and nothing more than that. And my prayer is that all of the values, because doing FM work is not really the issue. It is having the right values that have remained the problem. And the only legacy that I would want to expect that every FM practitioner will will aim to achieve is to have the right values as we do this work. Because without those values, then all of our work will come to nothing. I have very, very fond memories of him. We spoke at length. I mean, we had very, very strong relationship. A lot of people probably didn't know that because I got to know him very late. A lot of people probably knew him much earlier. But like I said, I met him. We worked together on the ISO 41000 series, the adoption of it. Um, we attended a few some industry events together, and we spent a great deal of time speaking to one another. We had plans that we were working on to help the industry. Unfortunately, we started to fall ill, and we never really got to do what we had planned. But like I said, I mean, he demonstrated very strong ethics in all of his professional dealings, and like I also said previously, was always prepared to accept responsibility when mistakes had been made. And that was a very rare gift amongst leaders, particularly in a place like Nigeria. And for me, my prayer is that those who consider themselves to be leaders will imbibe those values, because that is for me the only legacy that I will remember calling for. It was not so much the FM work, because everybody will tell you they know FM and they do FM work, but having the right value or the right values that come into play when you look at the governance structure of whatever we do. I think Collins stood out for me. And on that note, I will stop. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. As the chair of IWFM Nigeria region, thank you so much. We all miss Mr. Collins sorely. He did a great job in also bringing some of us up and laying the good foundation of FM in Nigeria. Okay, moving forward, we would like to call on other institutions that may be ably represented here. We are from NIOB, IFMA Ghana. Please signify, probably you are representing the association or institution so that we can move forward and close this event. While we are waiting for anyone representing the organizations that I've just mentioned, even Standard Organization of Nigeria or the IFMA board, the current IFMA International Board, please let us know. We'd like to call on the tribute from the Board of Trustees, Association of Facilities Management, Facilities Practitioners, Nigeria, AFMPN, that's in person of Pastor Stephen Jagun, to give his tribute, which will be followed by other BOT members that are around and the national executive members before we proceed to AFMPN members and we'll close. Over to you, Pastor Jagun.
Thank you, Dr. President, for this privilege once again. Like I said, for me, speaking about Collins is two things: joy and the sadness of his departure. But one basic thing that is obvious to everyone is that we will all live someday. What legacies are we going to leave behind? We've come a long way with Collins, very, very long way with Collins. His death came as a shock. Once in a while, I'm still in denial of his passing. The day I was called initially that he died, I said, no, it's not him. Yes, just shortly before his 50th birthday, like I said, Collins were close. He told me he was not feeling well, and I know that he has, medical things he's managing, and that's why I was very happy with him at his 50th, and I deliberately canceled everything I was doing to be sure I was there at the 50th birthday celebration in Abuja, where he launched the foundation. And I think that also gave him room to put himself together and dedicate more to service to humanity. And I was happy for him. And sincerely, I thought the worst was gone because he's been up and doing. Yes, once in a while, be off the radar, and I will call him and say, Pastor, I'm fine, because I need to take care of myself. Sincerely, I thought the worst was gone. So that's why I was living in denial. It's because I thought he's gone over all this. Collins, we worked together when we wanted to put the profession together in Nigeria, and he was a member of the BOT. He resigned to become president so he can run the affairs. Even the first conference that the African Facility Management this came to run in Nigeria, when he went and made a promise to host, he ran back to me and called me and said, I've made an error, I have committed us. And I said, well, it's possible if you think it's possible. Yes, there were opposition to some of these way things are, but because of time constraint, he needed to do some things. And then what's by and large, conference came, he stuck his neck and then called on few people and then ensured that it ran. And it's on record today that Nigeria hosted that first conference. It's because of his doggedness. Basically, it's about service to life. And that's one of the things that linked me to him. I believe that we live a life of service. We must live a life of service. We must be useful to everyone about us. And that's actually what FM is all about. Are we making life comfortable for others in the workplace? I want to appeal to us, whatever is going to take us, we must not allow this legacy to die. We're not talking about Collins now. We are speaking to ourselves. Collins has finished his own assignment. We that are left, what legacies will we leave behind? We may think that we have all the time, and we don't have the time. Every day extra that God gives to us is a gift, and we must use that gift judiciously to impact on life, to ensure that the next man to us is able to fulfill his or her dream. Once again, I thank you for this opportunity. Like I say all the time, I'm not the best of all of us. It's just a privilege for me, from God and from every one of you to be here. Collins has a listening ear. He may be dogged about some things, strong-headed about issues. But by the time you call him, sometimes when there are burning issues, Collins and I will speak till very late in the night, because I know this is the best time to catch you. And then we'll speak and speak. Okay, what do you think we'll do about this? This is this problem we have. Okay, what do we do? Even the bill we are pushing at the National Assembly, many times we have, misunderstanding with other people, and he will come, Pastor, no, we will not agree to this. You take it easy. These and these and these are what, and then you will say, okay, let's see how it goes. And then we will forge a way forward. Let's work together to ensure that we build a very resilient, useful society that we will all look back to, and those coming behind, we're proud that we have passed this way. Once again, I thank you for this privilege, and I believe God is going to be very, very well. It's with heavy heart that I'm saying this, because beyond what people know, Collins and I were very close. We're professionals. The wife is also in the same profession with me. We used to compete ourselves, within ourselves. The workplace. Is it Lagos or Abuja that will bring more delegates to US? And then, okay, please bring as many people as possible. Drive this thing as if we are working for our personal this thing. But the joy is that we are expanding and making more people to be aware of what we know and trying to make them work on the same path. And I believe that more than what he has left behind, God will grant us the grace to do much more. Thank you once again for this privilege.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. The BOT chairman of AFMPN. Thank you so much for the tribute. We'll move forward. Any BOT member, Dr. MKO, Engineer Tony, Mr. Keshala, that is on the call, can take their tribute. If we do not have, if they are not here, then we'll go straight to the next members quickly. I can see Ajia Zainab, she's still here. You can see Ajia Zainab, Director of Finance and Admin. Ajia, we'd like to give you a tribute now. Hello, Ajia. Are you there?
Deputy President,
Okay.
some people may not be strong enough to be able to speak. What God
Yeah,
says our hearts.
sure.
People have been writing on the chat and sending messages.
Yes. Absolutely, sir. Okay. Any other NEC member? Femi, VP of North, Ife, Director of Membership and Professional Development.
All right. Good day. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Oluwafemi Ogunle, the VP of Northern Region AFMPN. I want to appreciate everyone of us that have spoken, our BOT chair and everybody. Mr. Collins has been a great source of encouragement to to us in AFMPN, particularly myself. I know one or two occasions we met in Abuja, and anytime we meet, is to just talk about the association, the growth of association, the growth of FM. Our last meeting was early 2023, again, early last year, when we met at the filling station. As usual, from him, it's always a word of encouragement. And he will always say, my office door is open. If you need anything, if you need counseling, just come straight to my office. I will miss him personally. The FM body will also miss him. The consolation is that he has passed the baton on to us. We are not supposed to drop the ball where he is no more. We are supposed to keep on his legacy, the legend that will continue to live on in our marriage. I pray that we will live up to expectation. Every one of us will live up to expectation in the FM body. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you very much. The Director of Membership and Professional Development. Are you available to speak?
I'm not available to speak. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Adia says she's not available to speak yet. Registrar Gideon, are you available to speak? Okay. While we wait for any other NEC members, I would like to speak before we move to the AFMPN members. I would like to give my own tribute. My journey with Mr. Collins started far back as 2008, 2009. After leaving Lagos, I remember that I wrote to IFMA International that I was looking for a mentor that would guide me into through the path of facilities management while using engineering as my background, like a subset of my future hopes and aspirations. So they sent me the email and phone number of Mr. Collins. So I called him up that I got a job in Abuja and I'll be resuming there and I would like to meet with you one-on-one. And that experience has lasted for over a decade, almost 2 decades. We've had that relationship. Everything that I've done in my professional path, starting up an FM business, starting up a radio program in Abuja, FM Talk 360, was his idea, to be honest, was his idea. And we thought about the whole stuff together and said, drive it, push it, and let's see how we can create more advocacy for FM in Nigeria. And I never looked back. My inventions, my startup company, everything, Mr. Collins has been deeply, deeply involved. The last time I spoke with him was December 21st or 22nd last year. And they took away his phone from him and said, whose name is on the call? I said, Olumide. And I said, let me talk to him. And he said, sorry, I can't really talk to you more, but I said, let me just, because your name came up and I'm on a sick bed. So I didn't know that it was something serious. I thought it was just normal flu or something that would just shake away. Not knowing that will be the last time I'll ever speak with him. But I'm very grateful that he has planted the seed of professionalism, the seed of adding value to the space wherever you serve. I'm grateful that I met such a man that is very humble, very simple. It doesn't take him anything to say, sorry, I made a mistake. It doesn't take him anything to do that. So I corroborate with what most people have said about him in terms of his simplicity, his contagious smile, and ability to ensure that he carries everybody along. Yes, he's human. He's not without faults and errors. But once he makes his errors or mistakes, he own up to it, and that in itself, it's something that encourages me to always open up to him, tell him about my mistakes, errors, and failures too. Mr. Collins, you'll be really, really missed, and your legacy will go on and on and on to next generation, Thank you. Okay, so the president gave a modus operandi of the program for people that want to give tribute to signify before the program started. I don't think anyone did that. So in order to save our time, we'll just call on 5, depending on president's approval, 5 members that want to give their tributes. I know a lot of persons have written out their tributes on the chat box, but if we have 5, just 2 minutes each of tribute, we'll appreciate that. Please just signify by raising up your hands so that we can call you in. Anyone? Please just signify so that we can quickly close this memorial tribute and move forward to other things. Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Wando, the MD of Total Facilities, would like to give a tribute. Madam, are you available? Mrs. Wando.
Hello, thank you. Thank you, I know. I was really saddened to hear of Colin's demise. Losing someone is never easy, but we take solace in knowing that he's in a better place. He was a man that loved God and he valued people, you know. He was so passionate about the industry, about the FM profession, that he made sure he reached out to whoever, not thinking how young or low the person might be. In the course of IFMA Abuja, then he reached out, and that was how we became close. He could actually call, and we just talk about the profession, the trends, where FM was at that time, and the dream to grow FM. Coming to the office, he met with my chairman, discussed a lot, and he became a friend of the company. I remember when the conference was to be held, African FM conference in Abuja. He reached out again, and we collaborated. Collins will definitely be missed in the industry. I just pray that the legacy he left behind, the legacy of service, of being faithful to the core and valuing people, will be continued. I'd invited him once for an IWFM event a day before. We had reached out and he didn't get the invite. Merely I called. He said, "No, madam, I'll be there." And the next day, for the C-suite meeting, he was there and he participated. So that character we should emulate, and I pray that we that are behind will continue to drive and sacrifice for our profession. Make sure we do, like we have all been saying, hold onto the ethics and practice what we know that, when we are not no more, will be talked about in the positive. I know he's in a better place. No more pain, no more suffering, and all that. So I thank God for the memories we have of him and the times we shared with him. I pray that God will keep him in his bosom. I pray that he will continue to rest in peace. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Wando, for the tribute. We'll call on Pastor Jagun. In the absence of no more tributes or contributions towards this event, call on Pastor Jagun, the Board of Trustees, AFMPN, to give us a closing remark.
We want to say a big thank you to everybody that have been part of this, both on YouTube, on all the various social media platforms. I want to say a big thank you to Natalie from Euro FM. Thank you for sacrificing to be part of this. I want to say a big thank you to Sheriff. Sheriff, we appreciate you. Sheriff is the chairman of the Become FM board. Sheriff, we appreciate you and we appreciate your passion for FM in Nigeria and Africa globally, and also for being interested in what's happening in Nigeria FM. I want to say a big thank you to those who connected from America. John Martins, we want to say a big thank you from California. You've been getting in touch to find out details about what's happening. To the IFMA boards, to the body of fellows, and also the qualified instructors team. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. To our National Executive Council led by the President, I want to say a big thank you for all this. And I will finally appeal that tomorrow is the burial in the US. Let's make effort to please join online to be part of the burial program so that we can encourage the family who is already there now, so that we show support at this time. Even if not immediately later when they are going through, they'll be happy that we are all part of, we are standing by them. So wish you the very best and have a pleasant day wherever you are. Thank you once again for this privilege.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Pastor Jagun. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join this tribute. We wish Mr. Collins to rest in peace, and also his family, that God will give them strength. Amen. All right. Thank you all. God bless.